NBA Finals Game 2. The Phoenix Suns defeated the Milwaukee Bucks 118 to 108 to take a 2-0 series lead. Now, overall, when I'm looking at these individual stats, you know what? I'll start with the Milwaukee Bucks, okay? First off, let me start with Giannis, okay? The one difference between game one and game two with Giannis is the fact that the Milwaukee Bucks gave him the ball a lot more in game two than they did game one. Game one, he didn't get a lot of opportunities with that ball. He still was consistent, but they didn't give him a lot. They didn't force the ball with Giannis because, again, he was just overcoming that injury. Now, since he's already a game in and he feels good, they're giving him the ball more. And he didn't disappoint. He went 15 for 22 from the field, which is a percentage of 68.2%. He went 1 for 5 from the three with a percentage of 20% from the three-point line, which he wished could be a little bit better. But at the end of the day, Giannis ain't a three-point shooter. You know, everybody knows this. So Giannis, that's not like his bread and butter right there. His bread and butter is dominating in the paint. So overall, like I'm gonna cut him some slack on that. It's not part of his game. Who knows? Down the future, it might be. He went 11 for 18 from the free throw line. That is definitely something that is not part of Giannis's game right there. Free throws. If I had to point to one weakness in Giannis's game, it's the give me points in the NBA, which is the free throw. Well, he cannot shoot free throws. I don't understand it. I don't, but that's definitely a weakness in his game that he's gonna have to fix. He had 12 total rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks, and he had 42 points. So Giannis definitely showed up, credit to him. But I'll tell you two guys who really didn't offensively were very inconsistent. And that was Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday. First of all, Chris Middleton, he went 5 for 16 with a percentage of 31.3% from the field. He went 1 for 6 from the three, which is a percentage of 16.7%. Now, this is where I got to get on Chris Middleton because Chris Middleton is a good three-point shooter. Chris Middleton is a good shooter. And so the fact that he only went 1 for 6, that's very concerning. He did not shoot a free throw, surprisingly, in this game. He had 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, and he had 11 points. So Chris Middleton, we got to see more out of you. And then last but not least, Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday went 7 for 21. He went 33.3% from the field, 1 for 3 from the three, which is a percentage of 33.3%. So overall, he only shot three 3-pointers and he made 1. So really can't get on him for that. 2 for 3 from the free throw line, which is a percentage of 66.7%. He had a total of 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. He had 1 turnover and he had 17 points. So overall, the inconsistency, with Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday, that is definitely something that affected the Milwaukee Bucks. And in order for the Milwaukee Bucks to win this series, their big three has to be very competitive with the Phoenix Suns' big three, okay? And that's not impossible to do, because there have been games where Drew Holiday, and I know these are against two different teams, but Drew Holiday has outscored and out-assisted Chris Paul. There has been games where Chris Middleton has had more points than Devin Booker. Overall, when I'm looking at it, you take the top 3 from the Milwaukee Bucks and you take the top 3 from the Phoenix Suns, and you gotta compete. It's as simple as that. But this game, the Milwaukee Bucks regarding Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday, they were very inconsistent. Now, if I have to point to one guy on this team that did a really good job, and I got to give him a lot of credit, it was definitely Pat Connaughton. Pat Connaughton, he went 5 for 10 with a percentage of 50% from the field, 4 for 9 from the three, which is a percentage of 44.4%. He had 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and he had 14 points. So credit to Pat Connaughton. He did, as a supporting cast member, he did a decent job. But now I go to the team stats, and if you look at the team stats, there really is, if I got to point to 2 things that really did affect the Milwaukee Bucks, I'm gonna start with 3-point percentage. So the Phoenix Suns went 20 for 40, from the 3-point line with a percentage of 50%. The Milwaukee Bucks went 9 for 31 with a percentage of 29% from the 3-point line. Okay, so that is something that the Milwaukee Bucks definitely have to fix right there. Is they got to get better with 3-pointers. This game they were just inconsistent with the 3-pointers. They just weren't clicking. They just weren't there. Free throws wise, the Phoenix Suns, they went 12 for 14 with a percentage of 85.7%. And the Milwaukee Bucks went 15 for 23 with a percentage of 65.2%. Stuff like that is what's really going to affect the Milwaukee Bucks. Free throws that you should be making, because the Phoenix Suns are one of the most consistent teams regarding free throws. They are one of the most consistent teams regarding free throws. This game, 85.7%, that's off for the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns are around 90% from the free throw line every game. This is an off day for the Phoenix Suns. But the Milwaukee Bucks are just I think they are probably the worst free throw shooting team in these whole playoffs. I'm being honest. I'm going to be honest right there. They are definitely the worst, if not one of the worst. Okay. And that's something that they got to fix. Same thing with 3-pointers. 3-pointers, you just weren't clicking from the line right there. But those factors right there, they do matter. You need to make your free throws. You need to make your 3-pointers. Okay. It's as simple as that. Now, again, for the Milwaukee Bucks, it also comes down to the fact that guys like Brook Lopez just didn't show up either. Again, he went 4 for 10. He had 8 points. That's why I said DeAndre, and he did a good job defensively, but offensively, just a little bit inconsistent. So obviously, if I got to point to one thing, really, it's free throws and 3-pointers. And one last thing, this is probably the most important one. The big three for the Milwaukee Bucks has to be very competitive with the big three for the Phoenix Suns. Okay, that is the biggest factor right there. Okay, if you're going to have Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday just dropping 11 and 17 points a night, while Devin Booker and Chris Paul are out there dropping between 25 and 30, most likely the Milwaukee Bucks ain't going to win. You do not want to put a lot of pressure on Giannis to drop 40 a night. He can do it, no doubt about that, but you don't want to put that pressure on him. What you want to do is have guys like Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday take some pressure off of Giannis, so it could be more of a team effort. It could be more of team play. Because it's pretty easy to go and just double team Giannis. Okay, but when you got guys like Chris Middleton, who in some games drops 30, when you guys got guys like Drew Holiday, where in some games he ends up dropping between 25 and 30, now you got to figure out who do I have to put more attention on. And it could be a very, very difficult situation. But in this game, it was clear that the star of that show was Giannis, and he did a great job, for the Milwaukee Bucks. He was clearly the guy that the Phoenix Suns were going to point to and attack on. Okay, but guys like Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday, they got to step up. Free throws, for the love of God, please, Milwaukee, make your free throws. It's getting atrocious out there. Seriously. Okay. And 3-pointers, I'd like to see them be a little bit better. Do I think they're going to be as good as the Phoenix Suns? No, the Phoenix Suns have a great 3-point shooting team. You look at Devin Booker, you look at Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder when he's hot can hit him, Mikal Bridges when he's hot can hit him, Chris Paul when he's hot, he can hit him. I don't expect them to be a better 3-point team than the Phoenix Suns, but I expect them to be better with their threes. Okay, I expect guys like Chris Middleton to knock those down. I expect guys like Drew Holiday, when he's open, to knock those down. Pat Connaughton did a great job. Rely on him a little bit more from the three. You got Dante DiVincenzo. He's a good 3-point shooter. Rely on him. Guys like those are guys you need to turn to. And that's something that the Phoenix Suns do very, very well. They know what their strengths are, and they know how to use them. And that's how come the Phoenix Suns are as good as a team as they have been in these playoffs. But overall, I mean, game 2 is in the books. Game 3 is going to be, I believe it's going to be Sunday, July 11th. It's going to be at 8:00 p.m. on ABC. So make sure you guys go check that out. With that being said, to both teams, the Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns, best of luck to the Phoenix Suns. You got 2 more wins till you're NBA champions. To the Milwaukee Bucks, again, it's back to the drawing board. You got to catch up quick.